top5rapwebsite.com. You already know what's going on. Today, 21 Savage calls Nas a relevant rapper. So I'm going to do like two parts of this video. This first part, I'm going to react to some of this. It's 19 minutes, so I'm not reacting to the whole thing. I guess this is the conversation on Clubhouse. People still use that app. That's crazy. But yeah, here we go.
Technically anybody can. Like, all the niggas can drop one if they want.
They are gatekeepers, though.
What y'all saying relevant, though? I don't feel like he's relevant. I just feel like he's got...
No, none of them are relevant.
So the other thing about these conversations, we got to define the word. I actually had a conversation with one of my supporters on Twitter about the word relevant and what that means. To me, when you talk about musicians and you talk about relevancy, it means, are you still, setting trends when you drop? Is it trending? Do people basically care about it? And it's also it's relational to the artist and their fan base. So have you lost a significant amount of your fan base? Is there a sudden drop off in the amount of people who are listening to you? I feel like if you can drop an album, it trends, a bunch of people talk about it, it's a topic of conversation, you're able to make your money, that's relevant. So the question is, how do you define relevant? If you're talking about to kids, relevant to young kids, no, Nas is probably not relevant to young kids. It's like, who cares? Like, that's not his fan base.
Like, Nas is out of Fat Joe.
G-Rap came to drop the project, and that shit was ass.
Who said none of them are relevant?
One mic.
Yeah, it's like a smorgasbord of people talking.
No,
That's how we say it.
One mic.
No, bro.
Nas definitely relevant. He's working with one of the best producers of their generation, Hit Boy. Hit Boy did songs on Watch the Throne. Hit Boy has songs with a lot of people. He has a wide variety of sounds. So Nas, Hit Boy, that's relevant. And just off the strength of Nas's own career, his fan base still cares. This goes back to what I said earlier. There hasn't been a huge drop off in Nas fans from album to album. Does he go triple platinum still? No, but there's been a steadiness in his fan base, and his fan base thinks the music is great when you look at it. It's not like people are like, oh, Nas fell off. His own fan base. It's not like, oh, Nas fell off. He doesn't do it like he used to do it anymore. No, the fans are actually very excited since this King's Disease era has started with Hit Boy and Nas. So,
He's not relevant. He just has a loyal ass fan base. He just has a loyal fan base. That and he still make good ass music.
Just depends how you define it.
Like relevant. What y'all
Kids didn't wake up and download that.
What y'all?
Yeah, that's how they're defining relevancy. Kids. I don't see how a bunch of grown men, 30 plus, is talking. And you're talking about what kids are doing. Like to y'all older dudes, like the super young rappers who's 17, 16, trending on TikTok. That's irrelevant to you. Why are we basing relevancy off what kids think? It's relational to your own fan base.
What definition of irrelevant, bro?
You gotta define it.
Well, I'm glad.
Hold on, one mic, please.
Clubhouse trash.
Relevancy only exists within the youth.
That's what I'm saying.
No, relevancy is popular opinion. And popular opinion.
Okay, so then.
Because to some people, to these people, depending on how you defined it, if you're an underground rapper, you could never be relevant. To them, they're defining it like off pop culture. Are you on TV? Are you on the radio? Do kids talk about you? So a mainstream rapper could be relevant. Underground rapper could sell more, have a loyal fan base, and consistently always have better sales than the mainstream rapper. But because that underground rapper is never on award shows, he's never, in these spots, red carpet, things like that, Met Gala, they are irrelevant based on your definition. Like to them, an underground rapper, an independent rapper will never be, or very rarely would they ever be relevant, despite how well they do with their fan base. That's why I say it's relational. It's relational to your fan base. Now, if you're an underground rapper and your fan base is leaving you year after year, and they're not really messing with your music anymore, you have a small sample of size of what your fan base used to be, I would say, okay, yeah, now you're irrelevant to the people who used to listen to you. It's relational. I don't know how much more of this I'm gonna watch.
So since I'm a 41-year-old, know what I'm saying? Not
closely connected or appropriate to what is being done or considered.
The best example of this relevancy shit is Nas just dropped a project today. It's a great project. He did his thing. He's Nas, right? But Hov dropped a verse on God Did, and the world went into a frenzy. The world of all ages, not just your world went into a frenzy.
Man, they've been talking about Glorilla.
Your world
They've been talking about
Let's talk about Glorilla. That's a fact.
All right, so yeah, both Nas and Jay-Z are relevant to me. Nas is still making waves. He's still making some of his best music, and his fan base is excited about it. That's relevant. So anyways, I don't want to get into the mix of how they define relevancy or not. Again, this is going to be a 2-part video, so this is part 1. That's my reaction to 21 Savage calls Nas a relevant rapper. Okay, boom. So second part of the video,